Thank you for joining us tonight for our annual Interfaith Vigil. On behalf of the Greater Houston Area Domestic Violence Partners and faith leaders, it is with heavy but hopeful hearts we thank you for joining us. My name is Rachna Kure, and I'm the Executive Director of DAIA. DAIA's mission is to empower South Asian survivors of domestic and sexual violence with culturally specific services and to educate the community to end the cycle of violence. For the next several minutes, we invite you to sit with your families, your friends, and your neighbors and loved ones. We are all here together to remember victims, to care for survivors and families, and to hope for a future without violence.
Thank you, Rachna. My name is Olivia Rivers, and I'm the CEO of the Bridge Over Troubled Waters, located in Pasadena. Our mission is to offer support, provide safety, and prevent domestic and sexual violence. Although we're sharing our voices tonight in solidarity and hope, we cannot ignore the tragic loss of life to domestic violence in our city this year. By joining us tonight, you are a part of the movement to end domestic violence in our communities. The truth is, you are the first responders to domestic violence within your social circles, congregations, and neighborhoods. We honor you for speaking out, for listening to friends in need, for offering your love and support, and for teaching our children love should never hurt. Thank you for that commitment, and please be gentle with yourself as we continue. It is now my privilege to introduce our friends and partners in this work, Christina and Heather.
Thank you, Olivia and Rachna. My name is Christina Allen, and I have the pleasure and privilege of serving as the Chief Executive Officer of Family Time Crisis and Counseling Center in Humble. We have served domestic violence survivors for the last 45 years. Tonight's Interfaith Vigil closes out Domestic Violence Awareness Month, where individuals across the city, the state, and the country dedicate their time and efforts to creating awareness about domestic violence. Unfortunately, the reality is that 1 in 4 women and 1 in 7 men will experience domestic violence in their lifetime in this country. Domestic violence can be physical, but it can also be emotional, verbal, psychological, sexual, spiritual, and financial. We must continue to educate and create awareness about ending domestic violence. And for that, we need you, our community, to join us. Agencies like ours work with strategic partners, law enforcement, community businesses, city leaders, and elected officials to address domestic violence. However, first and foremost, we do this work alongside you, the family members, the friends, and the community of survivors throughout our region.
Absolutely, Christina. My name is Heather Stottmeister, and I'm the Executive Director of Family Ties, Family Resource Services. And our mission is to provide a safe place where children, families, and individuals can have a safe place, an opportunity to heal through counseling, advocacy, accompaniment, supportive housing, and other wraparound services. It is also our mission to provide primary prevention in our schools, businesses, churches, and community organizations. This provides opportunity for social change that supports a community where violence in any form is not tolerated. This is a great time of great work in our movement, and we know it is you, the community, that has the power to work with us to keep our city strong, safe, and a path to healing. We count on you and your support interventions at every step for survivors experiencing violence today, for abusers coming from a history of generational violence, and for children and youth who must have a strong model of healthy relationships. We are all proud Houstonians who believe domestic violence must end. So what can you do? Learn about the red flags. Reach out privately to friends who may be experiencing abuse. You can also offer a listening ear, give compassion, and always believe the survivor. As you help others, take care of yourself. which is super important. And most importantly, know that there are multiple agencies across our region in this Houston area and the greater area that we're all here to help. To talk more about the available resources that we have, I am honored to introduce Waikisha Kelly and Selena Wells.
Thank you, Heather. My name is Waikisha Dixon, and I'm the Deputy Director of Bay Area Turning Point. Our mission is advocating to end domestic and sexual violence for all. For many victims escaping abuse, a shelter will be their first safe haven. From Galveston to Montgomery County, we have 7 women's shelters in our region. There are over 20 agencies that provide free, confidential support to end the cycle of abuse so survivors can reclaim their safety and well-being. So what does that support look like? Safe shelter, crisis counseling, assistance in navigating the legal and criminal justice system, and most critically, expert safety planning. Advocates across our region are here for you. We are here to help survivors plan careful safety measures as they live with abuse, flee from abuse, and move forward with their lives.
My name is Selena, and I am the director of Katy Christian Ministries Crisis Center. Our mission is to transform lives through God's grace and the generosity of the community. In this work, we have learned healing is not a straight line, and survivors need support beyond just fleeing the abusive relationship. In fact, fleeing abuse is the most dangerous time for survivors, and rebuilding their lives takes resilience and support. This support is why our agencies exist. Agencies like the one speaking tonight recognize that in many cases, survivors must rebuild a life and heal from trauma. Beyond the immediate and critical crisis care, we are here to help survivors in this new phase of their lives with services like mental health therapy for PTSD, financial education to rebuild from financial control, parenting support, rental assistance, and opportunities to share their story to raise awareness and show other victims that they are not alone. Help is available for victims across our region. Houston, together we can end abuse.
Thank you, Selena. My name is Emily Whitehurst, and I am the Executive Director of the Houston Area Women's Center, better known as HAWK. At HAWK, we believe in a future defined by safe communities, caring families, and healthy relationships. We're on a mission to make that happen. We serve thousands of women, children, and families each year escaping domestic violence, sexual assault, or trafficking. We help survivors transform their lives free from violence. Because of their courage, we are convinced that this crisis can and must be stopped. Every year, domestic violence service providers partner with faith leaders across our city to hold this vigil in honor of the victims we have lost. I am also an ordained Presbyterian minister and have served local congregations in Texas, Massachusetts, and Kansas. I know firsthand that faith leaders have an incredible opportunity to support survivors. It is our role to interpret and share the wisdom of the world's great spiritual traditions. Our words matter. We can foster a culture that does not blame or shame and that empowers survivors to heal in the wake of harm. On behalf of the many staff who work day and night to provide safety to those fleeing violence, we are thankful to all faith leaders and people of faith who are steadfast in their belief that coercion and manipulation of a partner in the name of God or love or duty or religion is simply not okay. We count on these leaders to ensure that the sacred texts across all faiths are never used as an excuse for harming a partner. We are proud to stand alongside faith leaders who insist that intimate relationships must be grounded in respect, love, and equality. I now pass it along to my friend Maisha Coulter to introduce our partners from across Houston's many diverse faiths.
My name is Maisha Coulter, and I'm the CEO of Aid to Victims of Domestic Abuse, also known as ABDA. ABDA provides free and low-cost legal representation and counseling for victims of domestic abuse. In order to end domestic violence, we must also address the root causes of abuse. Often, abusers have experienced generational cycles of violence in their families, so ABDA offers a battering intervention and prevention program. We are proud to work with all of you so that together we provide comprehensive services to those in need. On behalf of all of our agencies, I am honored to welcome many of Houston's faith leaders to our vigil. In most cases, the first outcry is to folks like you, their neighbors, faith leaders, community. In our diverse city, domestic violence does not discriminate. All faiths and communities must take ownership of these preventable deaths. Tonight, we come together from numerous faiths to break the silence and prevent domestic violence. Faith communities play a critical role in helping survivors reclaim their safety. I invite my friend, Sonia Corrales, Deputy CEO from the Houston Area Women's Center, to provide our message of healing and hope in Spanish.
Gracias, Maisha. Buenas noches y bienvenidos a Interfaith Vigil de 2022. Mi nombre es Sonia Corrales y soy Deputy CEO con Houston Area Women's Center. En nombre de los proveedores de ayuda en casos de violencia doméstica y de los líderes de la fe del área de Houston, invitamos a todas las personas a recordar a las víctimas, a cuidar a quienes han sobrevivido y a sus familias y a sentir la esperanza de un futuro sin violencia. Honoramos a ustedes, nuestra comunidad, como los primeros en intervenir en la violencia doméstica. Gracias por hablar en su favor, por ofrecer su amor y su apoyo, y por enseñarles a nuestros niños y niñas que el amor nunca debe lastimar. Cada año reconocemos octubre como el mes de la concientización sobre la violencia doméstica. Nos reunimos para profundizar esta concientización y de ese modo poder terminar con esa violencia. Estamos comprometidos a intervenir paso a paso con sobrevivientes, con los abusadores que vienen de una historia de violencia generacional y con los niños y jóvenes para poder tener modelos positivos de relaciones saludables. Para poder terminar con la violencia debemos iluminar el problema y romper el silencio. A sobrevivientes que nos acompañan esta noche, queremos decirles que admiramos su resiliencia. También somos conscientes de los obstáculos a los que todavía se enfrentan. Las agencias de nuestra región están aquí para ustedes. Los líderes que acaban de hablar han compartido algunos de los servicios que están disponibles. Estos servicios incluyen refugio, ayuda durante una crisis y plan de seguridad. A largo plazo, nuestras agencias brindan consejería para el trauma, educación para manejar sus finanzas, apoyo para padres y ayuda para navegar los sistemas de justicia civil y criminal. Desde el sur de Galveston hasta el norte condado de Montgomery, contamos con más de 7 refugios para mujeres en nuestra región. Hay 20 agencias que proveen apoyo confidencial y gratuito para terminar con el ciclo de la violencia y para que así las personas sobrevivientes puedan conseguir su seguridad y su bienestar. Hay ayuda disponible para ustedes. Cada año en esta vigilia nos asociamos con líderes de la fe para recordar las víctimas que hemos perdido este año. Contamos con los líderes de la fe para apoyar a sobrevivientes y construir una cultura donde el abuso nunca está bien. Me siento honrada de poder dar la bienvenida a muchos líderes de la fe del área de Houston a nuestra vigilia. Esta noche, estos líderes que nos inspiran se reúnen para decir que una sola vida perdida es demasiado. Escucharemos a los líderes nombrar algunos de los nombres de quienes hemos perdido este año.
On behalf of the faith leaders of Houston, I thank you all for joining us in honoring the precious lives lost to senseless acts of violence. We send love and light to our community as we remember the lives lost. My name is Vijay Raman, and on behalf of the Hindu community, we honor Alejandra Valdez Almares. Alvarez, Shatarika Anderson, Keishan Janet Betts,
Hello, my name is Dr. Leola Stewart from Restoring Hope International Fellowship Church in Webster, Texas. Today, on behalf of the Christian community, we honor Patricia Brigham, Shakar Brantley, Mai Tai Dang, and Lisa Daniel.
Hello, my name is Rabbi Stephen Morgan. On behalf of the Jewish community, we honor Christopher Galvin, Yenis Olga Garcia, Jael Roman Gonzalez, Danetrika Annette Green.
My name is Sadaf Patel. On behalf of the Muslim community, we honor James German Hargrove, Kimberly Alicia Hernandez, Amber Larson, Christina Lee.
My name is Jessica Foreman. On behalf of the Catholic community, we honor Yuan Hua Liang, Sadia Mansour, Irma Moa, Leslie Pierce,
My name is Tanaz Sonavala. On behalf of the Zoroastrian community, we honor Keisha Preston, Victoria Robles, Dennis Leon, Jabari Taylor,
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. My name is Jaspreet Singh. On behalf of the Sikh community, we honor Eliza Trujillo, Nayeli Velasco Castellanos, Ashley Wallace.
My name is Christina Trin, and on behalf of the Buddhist community, we join you in honoring these lives lost, along with the many other innocent victims of domestic violence. On behalf of the faith leaders who have spoken this evening, we thank you for joining us. Together, we collectively send compassion, hope, and healing to our city.
Thank you to those who joined tonight. My name is Dr. Conti Terrell. I am the Executive Director of Fresh Spirit Wellness. Together, we must shine a light on the problem and break the silence. Domestic violence is predictable and therefore preventable. Your advocacy gives a voice to those who are often left feeling voiceless. To survivors joining us tonight, we are in awe of your resilience. We also acknowledge the barrier you continue to face. Research shows that survivors of color, immigrants, and those with limited English proficiency have negative experiences when seeking help. We must do better, and we understand that. In solidarity with all the nonprofits in our diverse region, we are looking inward and examining how we can break these barriers, how we can better help, and learn more so that we can respond with more equity. You are more than your victimization, and we are committed to seeing the many intersections that impact your life and your story. We are here for all survivors, and that includes each and every one of you.
Hello, my name is Barbie Brashear, and I'm the Executive Director of the Harris County Domestic Violence Coordinating Council. The council works to improve access to services and safety for those fleeing, to improve interventions and increase accountability for those who are using violence, and ultimately striving to prevent domestic violence homicides from ever happening. Since this same event last year, our community has lost more than 30 of our own to domestic violence. This is a loss of our mothers, our sisters, our children, our aunties, our best friends. This is a loss of human life that has meaning and importance in our world. As we've heard from our speakers today, one life lost is too many. It is unacceptable. It is too much. I have the honor of being part of meetings on a regular basis with people in our community who have dedicated their lives to service. This includes police officers and prosecutors, social workers and community advocates, and so many more. Recently at one meeting, we were sharing just some of the complete mental, emotional, and even physical exhaustion being experienced by our service providers, by those that are responding. This led us to the question of how are we really making a difference? Where are the resources most needed, and how do we get them there to make that difference? Why do our community leaders seem not to listen, and how do we get them to focus on those needs? We are tired of doing this really difficult work and still seeing families devastated, tired of seeing women killed, tired of seeing families uprooted and homeless, tired of those that are trying to access service being unmet with a callback or somebody to help them. We're tired of people giving up hope. This is unacceptable. This month, I'm reflecting on the many stories of women who have used every ounce of moxie to survive, to get through another day, to find a way to accept hope and healing, to find their voice in any way possible. I'm also reflecting on the many people in service, those who work tirelessly and thanklessly to try to improve safety and save lives. To all of our survivors, to all of those in service, I am thankful for you in our world. Tonight, together, we remember those who have lost their lives and those who continue to live through the trauma of violence. I ask that we take a moment for silence and remembrance. As Dr. Conti said, domestic violence and homicides are predictable, therefore preventable. And it is only when we band together as a city and as a community to create a culture where survivors are never blamed for the abuse they experience, where people are believed, supported, validated, educated, and able to move forward and rebuild their lives from abuse. As advocates in this movement, we are committed to working tirelessly until that happens. This work cannot be done without all of us. It's an overwhelming issue. A quote that we use so often by Helen Keller says, "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much." We want people to know that there are services here for you. We're here for you, survivors, allies, friends, family. Tonight is not only in memory of those that have been lost, but of all the victims who are surviving the trauma, living through the trauma, living in the trauma of domestic violence. Your lives matter. You are important. We need to learn from you. We need to hear from you, and we need to support you. Thank you, everyone, for your contributions. Thank you for being a part of this event. We wish you peace.